Welcome, everyone, to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
We are looking at our next hero ship today, the USS Archangel. And this time, I'm the one with the lore, because this is one of my hero ships. The original USS Archangel, NCC 78471, was a Sovereign-class vessel launched in 2379 in a post-Dominion War world. It was assigned to border patrol, anti-piracy, all that, various tactical operations, and it had a crew and captain who had been tested in the Dominion War, and rumors say that the captain, early on in his career before the Dominion War broke out, put an end to a Federation superweapon project. Anyway, this ship proved itself in various clashes with pirates and anyone who decided to test the Federation, as well as in war games. And eventually, its captain eventually became an admiral, and the ship, the Archangel, became his flagship. One of its last clashes was in 2409, when it was part of the fleet that came to the assistance of the Klingons at the battle of when the Undine attacked Kronos. We will talk a little bit more about that later. But for now, we will get to the stats. I have two separate stats: one for its initial launch, and one for 2409. So, for the initial launch, we basically have the baseline stats of a Sovereign for systems. Comms 10, Computers 9, Engines 10, Sensors 10, Structure 10, Weapons 10. For departments, it has the Tactical Operations profile, so Command 3, Con 2, Security 4, Engineering 2, Science 2, Medicine 1. The modifiers of the Sovereign are 1 point each to Command, Security, and Science. It is a Scale 6 starship, but it has ablative armor, so its resistance is up to 8. It has 10 power and 14 shields. Weapons include phaser arrays, quantum torpedoes, and a strength 6 tractor beam. In addition to ablative armor, it has command ship. Its talents include command ship, emergency medical hologram, fast targeting systems, improved warp drive, and a rapid-fire torpedo launcher. By the time of 2409, 30 years later, the Archangel has become renowned. It has received 2 refits, one to comms and one to weapons, putting both of those at 11 points each. It has been adjusted to the Strategic and Diplomatic Operations Mission profile. As such, its departments have changed to Command 4, Con 1, Security 3, Engineering 2, Science 3, Medicine 2. It still has ablative armor, and its talents are now ablative armor, command ship, diplomatic suites, emergency medical hologram, improved warp drive, and rapid-fire torpedo launcher. It is still decent in combat, but as a flagship, it now has the ability to... It now has better guest quarters. It has resilience 8, thanks to ablative armor, 10 power. Its shields have dropped down to 13. It's still very powerful, but it suffered quite a bit of damage from the Undine weapons fire during the Battle of Kronos. To the point where, well, when the architects looked over it and gave their final estimate to the admiral, it would cost more. It would cost less to build a new Sovereign class starship than to repair the Archangel. Period. End of file. As such, the admiral was given a new Archangel to command. And we will jump cut. The new Archangel was a Yorktown class, was an Odyssey class starship, launched in as the attack on Kronos was at the start of 2410. The Archangel A was one of the first Odyssey class ships to leave the shipyards in that year. There were several that had left before then, and it suffered some damage during the Iconian War and was upgraded to the Yorktown type. And it has served the Admiral and his fleet well as a dedicated flagship, serving as command and control center and leading from the front with incredible firepower. So, 2410 Federation Starship renowned flagship of the Fourth Fleet, because that is what he has become. The Admiral has become in charge of. Its systems are the baseline of any Audi. Comms 11, computers 11, engines 10, sensors 10, structure 11, weapons 10. Its departments, using the flagship profile and the Odyssey modifiers, it has Command 4, Security 4, Science 2, Con 1, Engineering 3, Medicine 1. As a Scale 7 starship, it has 7 resilience, 10 power thanks to the engines, and it has 20 shields, 11 structure, plus 4 security, plus 5 for advanced shields. It also has command ship, diplomatic suites, extensive shuttle bays because it does have a wing of small craft. And it has improved warp drive, redundant systems, engines, and saucer separation. Its weapons include phaser arrays, quantum torpedoes, and a strength 6 tractor beam. And for special rules, it has an additional propulsion system, the quantum slipstream burst drive, and an Aquarius escort, simply named the Strike. Do you have any thoughts on the Archangel lineage, Ron?
Not really.
Yeah, this was technically my brainchild and not Ron's, but it is a good ship. Both of its incarnations. And I am working on the tales of the Captain Admiral in Command, Takeshi Yamato, in the Captain's Log solo play subset. It's coming, and it's coming along. I'm not sure if I'll ever tell the full story, but, well, if I do, these are the ships that he eventually ends up with.
Bye.
And, yep, see you in the next one.